So here we have the BMC Granfondo GF01 Disc. This is Cycling Plus's Bike of the Year for 2015, and what sets this bike apart from its competition is really the heart of it, it's the frame set. Now, the GF01 was originally conceived as a bike for the classics for the BMC racing team. Obviously not in this guise because this is disc, but they've kept the same grade of carbon, they've kept all of those technical advances they made in that frame set within this one. And compared to the competition, you'll usually find from the other big brands that you have a lower grade carbon version of their top end bike, whereas BMC have kept that pro level frame. So what we loved about this BMC is just the way it rides and the way it handles. They've found a really good blend between what would be an out and out race bike and, for want of a better word, a sportive bike. So we've got quite a steep head angle, fairly steep on the seat angle, but a nice long wheelbase. Obviously the discs mean you do have to go longer on the chainstays to get the perfect chain line, but they've kept the stack and the reach pretty aggressive. So compared to last year's Bike of the Year, the Synapse, this one's 19mm lower in stack and a few millimetres longer in reach. That means you get a longer, lower riding position, a little bit more aggressive when you're out on the road. So aside from that aggressive ride style and the really sharp handling this has got, it also doesn't forgo any comfort. You've got some really nice details within this frame. The back end is designed with super deep chainstays to get perfect stiffness through the drivetrain. They kick up a little at the back and you've got these super slender seat stays, which are designed to move. That, in conjunction with the compliant seat post that BMC designed for this bike, means you get a real nice soft cushioned rear end. And because this was originally conceived for Parve, for the big cobbles, they've also gone and put a big tyre on what is a performance bike. This one's running on 28, which is far bigger than even the current trend for 25. You've got a massive volume tyre there that completely smooths the road. You'd think that'd have an effect on the speed, but it just doesn't. This bike still feels fast, it still feels rapid, but you've got this real sense of beautiful cushioning on pretty much anything you ride on. And by running 28 tyres on this bike, BMC really are just showing us one extreme of where this bike can be at. The front fork is designed just to take that, that volume of tyre anyway, so you've got plenty of clearance at the front. But at the back, it is about as tight as you'd want to go. But then if you wanted to make this a faster bike and you're predominantly riding on tarmac, then you could easily switch out these 28s and put some 25s on. Then you've got plenty of clearance and arguably a little more speed too. Shimano's RX31 is their mid-range disc-specific road wheel. BMC, you could say they've played it quite safe, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's got a nice brake trackless rim, which is slightly wider than your normal one, so it's a good match for the 28 tyres. You've got typical Shimano quality hubs. It's a really nice, good, strong, stiff wheel that's still got a little bit of life to it as well. And when you get into the meat of the bike, when you get into like its drivetrain and its componentry, it's all really good, solid stuff. Now you can get better for the money than the Shimano 105 that this is running, but there's nothing wrong with Shimano 105. It's a true workhorse. It lasts and lasts. Shifting's fantastic. It's super smooth. And when it's combined with the 785 hydraulic brakes, you've got some of the best brakes that are on the market right now. You're not limited to just running a full mechanical group like this one's running. So all the cable stops throughout the frame all bolt on, but they can just as easily be removed, and BMC includes with the price of the bike special plates that will cover that so you can run full internal routing for an electronic drivetrain. And it also comes with the inserts for the seat post, so you can get a Di2 battery within there as well. There's nothing else you're going to have to buy if you want to go down the route of upgrading. It's a fantastically smooth bike. It just feels wonderfully stable. It never really surprises you. It never catches you out, but it still feels remarkably nimble. It's a bike you can just chuck about. You can just, you can take it pretty much anywhere. We've taken this throughout the testing on, your normal roads, big climbs, massive descents, technical descents, and even straight off-road quite a bit. Ridden lots of gravel, ridden lots of cobbles. So what's really excited us about this GF is just the attention to detail that you've got within it. Every part of this bike has been designed for the purpose of coping with porous surfaces, whilst not compromising itself everywhere else. Exactly what you want from a bike designed for classics riding. And when you get into the details and you start looking around the bike, there's some really nice, interesting touches. We love the way that they're routing the hydraulic hoses, straight through the frame. And rather than having a big loop coming round anything that will just interfere with you, they've just shot it straight through, straight into the steer and straight in the middle of the frame. So you've got a completely clean, lovely looking front end. If you see the higher versions of this bike, the ones that are running Di2, it looks like a cableless bike. And it's really clean, it's really simple, hiding under a wealth of tech. the way that they've manipulated and the way that they've designed their carbon layouts just to create that smoothness, you know. So you've got this front fork which slightly kicks forward at the dropout, and it kicks forward just to create that little bit of spring there, but then the dropout remains straight down, straight horizontal, making it nice and safe for when you're running disc brakes. It's one of that new breed of bike which isn't limited to just being ridden on tarmac, and that's why we love it.
We'll try riffing on that, yeah?